Okay, I just watched the first. This thing even on. I just watched the first Ant-Man. I'm assuming it's the first of many sequels. I just got back from the theater, and I'm going to tell you how it ends. The first Ant-Man ends when Ant-Man turns into an ant and dies. What happens is every time he uses the ant suit, it turns him a little bit more into an ant. So, like, the first time, it just turns his pinky finger into like an antenna, and the ant who gave him the suit, the ant. Okay, it starts with the ant walks in his room, gives him a tiny suit, pushes the big button. There's a big button marked big, B-I. You know how to fucking spell big. Pushes the big button, enlarges it, and then the ant tells him, come close so you can hear me because I'm small. Here's the secret of the Ant-Man suit. You have to wear it, and it turns you into Ant-Man. So, but then the other secret is, if you use it, it turns you into an ant, right? So, what happens is, he says you can only use it like 5 times. So, I had to train you with the 1 time. So, sorry about your pinky, but now you know you can use it 4 more times, but don't. Only do it if you have to. But then, of course, he has to because it's a movie. You can't just sit, you can't just put it in the closet and not, live a happy, fruitful life. That's a shit movie. No one would watch it. So, fucking Ant-Man, whose name is Anthony, but they call him Ant. It's like a pun, right? Anthony puts on the Ant-Man suit and becomes Ant-Man and stops crime. And at one point, his wife's life is threatened by crime. So, Ant-Man has to put on the Ant-Man suit one last time and, use small punching to stop the criminals. It's not a great superpower. It turns him into an ant, and then the first Ant-Man, or the first ant comes, I fucking ruined it. I spoiled it if you haven't figured it out. The ant that gave him the suit comes up to him and says, I was the first Ant-Man, and I became an ant. It's like, oh no, and shit. So he has to save his wife, and the gimmick is his wife is afraid of ants. She has a pathological fear of ants, and at the end, it's like it's not silent, but it's like playing music and there's no other sound on it. It's playing this really sad piano song, and Ant-Man, the modern Ant-Man who has been turned into an ant, he walks up onto the wife's kitchen faucet when she's doing the dishes and looks at her one last time, and then she screams, and we see her go ah, in slow motion, right? And she goes ah, and then when her hand comes down on the camera, it comes to black, and that's the end credits. Ant-Man ends with Ant-Man becoming an ant to save his wife, and then his wife, who is afraid of ants, squishes the ant. That is the ending of Ant-Man. I don't know why you watched the video. You could have just watched the movie and been entertained. It's really dramatic and sad, and I'm glad Marvel is doing things like making sad, depressing, awesome endings that make you cry and feel things besides punch. So yeah, Ant-Man. I give it 4 stars out of 10.